it seemed like they kind of pushed you as a babyface and pushed you as a heel, and then it kind of, I'm sorry to say, but it kind of seemed like it was kind of the story of your career where you were just catching on, and then they did something that seemed kind of weird, and then they started catching on again. Did you ever feel like you were kind of not getting?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You know, and that's like with my partner Bryan. You know, we talked about it, and you know, he had a lot of the same thing. You know, I was dealing with the Kliq, having to put up with Shawn Michaels bullshit, and Nash, and Hall, and you know, and X-Pac and that crew. You know, so they sort of had the company by the balls, so to speak. You know, unfortunately, and it was a bad time. You know, Vince had made all these promises. Hey, we're gonna. You just stick, you know, this was along the time of the steroid trial. He's like, hey, stick by me. You guys will, you know, pay off in the end kind of thing. So, I mean, I left there. They didn't leave me. I left them. Basically, you know, I was supposed to be a show and just didn't show up, and I was just like, screw it, man. You lied to me one too many times.
Now,
yeah, it's, you know, it was, you know, politics and everything. But there were some good times, you know, later on in the career, too.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, unfortunately, I do think a lot of people remember Adam Bomb more than the Wrath stuff, but I think some of your better matches actually came under Wrath.
I totally agree. You know, I wasn't afraid to fly, and I was one of the big guys at 290 pounds that would go off the top rope every night and do the flips off the apron and do all the crazy stuff and diving through the ropes and working and taking bumps and giving bumps and doing it all. I wasn't afraid to do that, whereas a lot of guys, you know, they were afraid to leave their feet or take a certain bump, and I wasn't. And, yeah, the Wrath thing I was loving that, absolutely.